Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And I'm excited it's nearly 6 o'clock Sunday night, my time to try. I tried to be live on YouTube at 6 o'clock on a Sunday when I'm not busy doing other family things. So just bear with me till I find myself on my device, your channel. I can see there are some people here. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to be on my own channel now. That's better. Here we go. And I get an advert and I just want to speak to you guys. Hey Valerie, hi Louise, hi Bev, and welcome. Well, I've got hi Joe, are you back from your hollyflumps? Right, have I got enough light here? That doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay, so I've got this wee idea for this stamp set, Fragrant Forest. Do you know what, the same as the one, I don't know if you saw my live yesterday, but I used Graceful Deer, which is another large stamp. Now, I showed you yesterday how to use a large stamp in the stamp case. This time I'm using it on the large block. Oh, it looked like you were having a great time though, Joe. Don't you just wish holidays could go on and on forever? So anyway, come away in and let's all have a wee huddle together. A group hug by the fire. And yeah, just grab yourself a drink, something to eat and just chill. I know some of you are busy doing stuff like cooking the tea and stuff. So I haven't used this yet. Do you know what I mean? I got my pre-order and didn't. Do you know, it's all too much, so I can only take things at a time. However, I am going to make a stamp with this. And hi Valerie. Oh, I've said hi Valerie. Oh, do you know, if I don't, I'll say hello to people 2 or 3 times and then I'll miss somebody. It's cruel. Yesterday I did ink up this stamp before I started my live, and I do have this little piece left over. And I'm kind of wondering about a little bit of fussy cutting if I make a card with this background. And I've already shown you, I've done something with the winter owls last week, I think, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And I'm actually thinking I might stamp this one and fussy cut it. I know there's dies and all that, but stamping on a Sunday's my priority, I think. Try to make that anyway. So I've got this idea about this forest being in shades of blue. And what I was trying to think was, if I put the ink on with my ink pads, how do I not contaminate? Hi Lonnie, you come darling. Okay. So I'm going to use Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue. Going back, obviously the lighter colour towards the back, so it just looks like the forest going into the distance. So I'm going to put the ink on like this and I'll show you what I thought about. So the first, as you can see on the stamp picture, it's like 3 groups of trees. It's a lovely composition actually. Sort of, you know, the thirds. 3s are just, yep, the rule of art. Right, so I'm inking up with Night of Navy. Trying to mainly just get the first group of trees with my Night of Navy. Now I'm not overthinking it. If there's a bit of overlap, that's alright. Hey Karen! In we come. I'm going to turn it round this way and you'll see my logic. Then I'm taking Misty Moonlight. What I'm going to do though is just take my wee dry cloth and maybe just so that I don't mess up my my Misty Moonlight pad with a darker shade, although there's not that much difference between them. There is a difference, but it's not huge. And then I'm just inking up this lot of trees with this pad. And I can hear you saying, but I thought you were going to do the back ones with boho blue. I am. Just watch what I dreamt up. So I just clean off these ones with my, what do you call it? My chamois. My chamois. While I'm here, I'm just going to take that off the edge. This will need a good wash when it's got all this dark blue. I'll just get as much of that off that back piece. And that will allow me now to put the boho blue. Am I clever or what? I know self-praise is no praise, but when I kind of thought that up, I thought, oh, you're a clever girl. So there's my boho blue. The only thing I would say is this is quite juicy and that will look a bit bubbly, but we'll just give it a minute. We're not going to worry about that. I probably should have cleaned some of the ink off that first. Anyway, so this is bigger than one card and I might want to just select what fits. And I hear you shout, Janice, close that ink before you get your fingers in it. Hey Pauline, in you come. So happy Sunday everybody. Now I never have success using a big stamp the other way up. Maybe my desk's a bit uneven or this bit's uneven in places. So I do still find taking the paper over the stamp. I'm thinking this might be some thick. It was a bit I had left. Oh, you're waiting for Hurricane Hillary. Alright, okay. Hopefully it'll kind of, before it hits land, it'll dissolve a little bit. So in you come everyone. Just grab a drink and something to eat and get a wee seat by the fire. I am just going to go in the middle of this and then trim this. So let's see. Right, pop it over. Because see if I use a bit of paper that's bigger than the stamp, I don't get too much ink on my fingers when I try to do this. Now, it's just a matter of making sure. Oh, your first in-person class on Tuesday. Oh, that'll be exciting, Joe. Well, I've been prepping for my class in the post, which is hopefully should be going in the post tomorrow, I think. Right, so do you think I might have got this? Hey, Hayes, in you come. I know we're all too far apart, aren't we? We can be going to each other's classes. Right, and I'm going to just hope this has worked, but do you know if it hasn't, there's more paper. What do you think? Do you think I've done enough? I don't think I've got enough. I did have a dry duster, which was... Oh, I do have it. Let's just... This is kind of what I use sometimes when I had forgotten I had it. Just to make sure that I've got flat and even. I used to use it with my Stamparatus. Oh, what do you think? Isn't that beautiful? I know it's a wee bit bubbly on the boho, but I'm okay with that. Isn't that cool? That's just fabby dabby. Might just have to do a bigger card. So then I was thinking, because I was thinking about, do you know, I could probably make a card and have a bit of 3D to it. That's just beautiful, isn't it? That's such a lovely stamp. But I want to get a scrap of white, and I've got some bits of white here. So if I'm going to stick with a blue and white card, I want a deer. like that. I think this one in the front here would just be on the front of a card maybe. So we'll bring out this one. So this will be used for the background of the card. I just want to make a card today. I just basically need to relax a wee bit, and being here with you guys is relaxing. So let's just get ourselves a deer. So again, like we did yesterday, we'll have a night of navy deer. Why not? You do need this set, Cindy. You know, your collection wouldn't be complete without it. I might as well just stamp them all because I might use bits of them. You never know. So again, just take the paper to the stamp, and again this dry board duster thing, whatever it's called, might just be the thing. So yeah. See, they look good in night and navy, you know, but I just basically want to fussy cut that guy, I think. So I'll pop that over for cleaning. And then I did have an idea that I would like to bring in this gorgeous, gorgeous creature. Some of you who've known me a lot of years will know my absolute love of owls. I'll just use these because I've cut these already. Right, I need a block for my owl. This is too big for this block, isn't it? Right, where's my... This is light as a feather when you take the big block out of it. Hey Elizabeth, in you come. Bunch up everyone and let Elizabeth in. Make sure she's got a drink and something to eat and a comfy seat. Oh Joe, you'll be great. Everyone will love it. Right. Hey Barry, Jay, whoever, or both, one or t'other. Are you prepping for your... So this will be a simplish card, but yeah, I would come along too. I love going to other demonstrators' classes. Yeah. I don't know if any of you have noticed, if you're like me and you're not that great at colouring, I just spied JazzleDazzleCraft's colouring class. It's this Tuesday night and it's with the Copy with Friends set. And I saw the advert for it yesterday and just had to buy it. So I'm so looking forward to Tuesday night and doing a bit of chill out and colouring with someone else guiding me. I have done one of Jay's colouring classes before and it was just amazing and very reasonably priced for the amount of tuition and expertise. I have no idea if this is going to work. I've not practiced it. This is just relaxation crafting for me, and I'm always so humbled that you guys stay and watch while I play. Now I know Louise is cooking the tea. What are you making, Louise? I have left some chicken marinating in the fridge. with some garlic and lemon pepper and oofed bits and pieces that I found around. And we've got cauliflower and pointy cabbage. And Peter will also have some new potatoes with his, and they're all in the steamer ready to go when I'm finished. So what I will be doing is, when I'm finished doing this, I'll go and pop the tea on. Once I've got it all switched on, I'll come back here and tidy up and watch Barry and Jay from 7, and then have my dinner, and then probably come back and catch the end of Barry and Jay. That's what I do. That's my Sunday evening. Oh, that would be lovely, Joanna. I don't have either of those sets, have I? Yes, Timeless Charm I've got. I never got the Timeless Arrangements. And I'm on to Christmas in my head now. Not quite, but sort of with what I'm buying now. I've got my second pre-order. Well, I had customer orders, so I sneaked some pre-order on for me while I was doing it. So I've got some more Christmassy things coming on Wednesday, but probably it'll be Thursday the way things have gone with UPS recently. But I hope I should have it by the end of the week, and I will share and let you all see what I get, because I can't remember right now. Do you know what? I saw the painting of your house and I thought right away, that is either Seaside Spray or Boho Blue. It looks beautiful. Hey Wendy and Newcomb, you're making dinner, so what are you making? Louise hasn't told me what she's making yet, has she? Probably too busy doing it to be able to answer. What's anyone else having for Sunday dinner? So it used to be on a Sunday I always did a roast, but we had a roast of pork during the week and it did us 3 days, so we do something different for Sunday. Oh, when you come, Helen, you're more than welcome. It's never late, you're just here when you can. So I'm thinking I might need to be a Z fold card, and then I can have this guy look more sort of 3D-ish. So I'm not going to decide how long his legs are going to be in my card, so we'll just fussy cut this one. I could fussy cut them all really, but we'll just do one. So you could have all of these as long as they're fussy cut out. Wonder if I start constructing my card and that's sort of in my head. A salmon barbecue. Oh, someone's having lasagna, sausage pasta bake. Cool, that sounds great, Louise. Have you all budged up and let Helen in? Has she got a drink and a comfy seat? Hope so. Rhubarb crumble and custard. Oh, sweet potato. Oh my goodness. Like the pie, steamed carrots. Yum yum. Oh yeah, that I will be getting a wink, don't you worry. Toad in the hole. No, I can't have half of these things because I can't have things with flour, but yeah, I love all of them though. But a salmon barbecue would work for me. your niece is going away to Japan. Wow. Wow, wow. I need to keep in touch with you in case Peter gets a place in the Tokyo Marathon. Right. That he's gonna, so I'm trying to think what, it hurts a bit, doesn't it? So I'm thinking a Z fold-ish card. What do you think? So that then the owl can be on the Z fold. I might have to print this again so that I can. Right, have I got a Knight of Navy card base? Or even a, it's too easy to have. She has. So, I'm just thinking that if we had a Z, right, it's coming. The thought process. You could do like a big theatre card, or you could do a double Z fold on a big square. So, right, so half of 10.5 is 5.2 will be about right, because just in a little bit, and then I'm just going to score that there. Let's trim this out. It'll be squint, that's all I think, because I just went for it, so let's see if we can get that in. There. Close enough. Right, so now I think we'll just get it, cut it to this, the way the print is, and then we'll take it from there. Right. So my brain, I'm being quiet, but my brain is not being quiet. Hey Sherilyn, you come. So if I take off the piece I'm going to need for on here first. Now you see, this is shorter because this is like made more with American cardstock in mind, but I'm okay with that because that'll work. I just need to work out how much I need here. So let's just think about this. So that is like more or less just 14.1 there. I'm just going to make this up as we go along. So if that's 5.2, I want to I need to think about this. I want my borders to look even, so sorry about this. And I might put a bit of white behind it actually, I don't know. I think I will do white borders because that'll work better in my own head. Sometimes you have to go with what works, and especially on a Sunday when your brain's not working. Sorry about this folks, but just sometimes. And then we'll 4.4 of this. so that's going to go on here. And then that's going to go in there. I'm going to have that white layer just to keep it all good and help my maths. And then that will go on there. And then if you want to write, you can write on there. Right, let's stick this together before my brain kills me. I've not even got glue, I don't think. I've been glue crisis and I didn't go looking before we started. That's what happened yesterday, isn't it? I haven't crafted since then. I do have a runner thing if I'm stuck. Right, are you okay? Are you all falling asleep? Am I okay? Well, my brain just sometimes just shuts out. Oh, there's a glue on there too. But alright, okay. This is how it goes. Sometimes everything just falls into place and other times it takes just a bit longer. You're engrossed. They're shouting at me, Janice, come on, get your act together. You can do this. I'm just chilling, really. But I'm loving it. I'm liking what I'm doing. And you know what, at the end of the day, if I make myself happy, that's good. Oh, Jan, and you come, and you come. Has anyone else slipped in that I haven't spoken to? I'm utterly amazed and humbled that you guys will come and watch while I fumble my way through. Wonder if this one works any better. Oh look, instant glue. So I am thinking that this forest, what's it called? What's the stamp set called that I started off with? Fragrant Forest. That makes you think you want to make a scratch and sniff card with pine or something. Get my pine oil out. Right, okay. I think it will work with some of the techniques I showed yesterday as well, with the heat embossing. I'm thinking I want a white strip in here. Oh gosh, look, that's just a, well, it's slightly big, but let's just trim this, and then it gives us options for, what do I call it, writing. We just love blue, don't we? I'm not even going to apologise. When you look down the my thumbnails of my YouTube arts, I sometimes think people will think that I only own blue ink. I don't care. I actually have all the colours, but blue makes me happy. Oh, it's hot. I don't know why. But it might be because I was a girl guide, I don't know, and you know, blue was the colour of our uniforms, and so everything I bought for me, well, in those days Mum bought or whatever, we didn't have a lot of money, so it was like you needed to buy things that would either work with your school uniform or your guide uniform. How's that? That's cool, eh? Boing, boing, boing. So, what do you think? Do we win come before or after? Will we stick him on and then give him some wink? I don't know if the deer are going in or not. Maybe I should fussy cut one and then just make a decision. It's just a bit of fun. But you know, those who've got the stamp set that's got the bear in, you know, the one that I suppose, I've forgotten, what's the stamp set in the annual catalogue that's got a bear in it? This is kind of your sort of thing, Wendy, isn't it? Just making up scenes as you go. Hi Carolyn, you come. So you got a wee bit technique here as well for having the different shades on that stamp. And I didn't contaminate any ink pads. I didn't have to get brushes or pens or what do you call finger dauber things or sponges out. I just use my pad. Hey Wendy, in you come, my love. Budge up, let Wendy in. Did Carol get a seat as well? Just cut the base, most of this guy out, and then we'll have a look. Oh yeah, he's allowed to feature in here, isn't he? Why not? Throw it all at it, throw it all. So probably, if he's going to go there. So the ground is probably down here, so we'll probably cut his legs off and just pop him in, will we? I mean, it is just a card, it's not real. Just in case, you know. Just in case someone starts saying, oh, you got the proportions all wrong. This is a card. Yeah, it's coming together good, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to cut his legs off, don't worry. You won't scream. Do you know why he won't scream? Because they're stuck in the snow, they're frozen anyway. So it'll be none, he'll not feel anything. I'm just trying to decide what height is he going to be. About there, eh? Oh, it's getting excited now. See? So, yeah. I don't know if I'll just leave it at these two just now because maybe I'll overdo it. So, I'm going to wink of Stella on both of these and then put them on with dimensionals, I think. Hey, my wink of Stella. Come on, I had a couple of new ones, newish ones. Right, I need to sort out all my Stellas. Right. The good thing about the Stella is it picks up the ink colour as well. It sort of reactivates it so it adds a bit more colour. Now, there is another demonstrator that stamped with this stamp set and she did it in green and then she coloured in the pathway and then she clear embossed over the whole thing and it's gorgeous too. I can't remember what the lady's name was. I did see it. I was pretty impressed. And we did that last week with one of my cards, didn't we? The detail in this stamp is utterly amazing, and I think if you did heat embossing you would lose some of that detail, but I still think it would work with heat embossing. But truthfully, tonight I don't want to create too much tidying up. So when I'm finished, I don't even know, oh there's ages yet, 20 minutes yet, but when I'm done, don't go away, just tune in to JazzleDazzleCrafts, because they do a live on a Sunday. I don't know if you guys are still listening, can you let us know what you're working with tonight? I know a lot of you ladies and gents like to go and watch Barry and Jay. Who needs telly when you've got YouTube and all your crafting chums? Isn't that lovely? Isn't she beautiful? There's a lot more ink on this, so it'll probably all... Oh, Berry Christmas again. I know I haven't really cracked that open. Used the Memories and More cards at Cup and Cards this week, and that was great fun. The ladies came up. I only just gave them the cards and envelopes and the Memories and More's card pack from the Berry suite, and yeah, they made quite a lot of lovely cards. I've yet to get crack the stamp set open and the paper, and it'll come, it'll come. So I've used 3 ink colours tonight, and I've used 3 stamp sets. So I've used blue, blue and blue, Night of Navy. I always want to say Midnight Express. What's the other one called? Forgotten. Misty Moonlight. I don't know why I get the midnight idea in there. I could call it Midnight Express in my head. Misty Moonlight. I'm putting loads of sparkle on that. Isn't that really nice? I just praise my own work, I don't care. Do you know, it's not really my own work, I'm just putting together all this beautiful artwork that Stampin' Up have given us. So I think so I want 2 on that wing and 1 on his tail. Yeah, Misty Moonlight is a fast second after Night of Navy. Although I did used to like Dapper Denim as well. Yeah, TV's just like not needed. I personally wouldn't care if it got taken away, as long as I still got all my buddies on YouTube. See, that the reason I wanted the Z fold was to get the dimension. I think that works better than if it was just a flat card. And the thing is, it's used all of the print. Let me want to put that and bring, I kind of like that stag. Will I bring that stag in as well? Yeah, go for gold, Janice, go for gold. There's a few minutes left. I ask you a question and then I answer. I'll point in having all these stamps and not using them, is there? Oh man, this is really making me happy. I'm not thinking about these. The antlers when I was doing my fussy, when I said let's fussy cut them, but you know what, I don't think it'll take too much to. I don't think, you don't need to cut every single wee bit out. Oh, are y'all okay there? Are y'all chilled? Who's going to come with me? Let's go and gate crash Cindy's salmon barbecue. That sounds amazing. Who's coming with me? Anyone else ever been to a salmon barbecue? That kind of reminds, thinking of salmon barbecue. As I keep telling, my son now lives in Australia, but originally he just went backpacking in Australia. And he was in Australia for a year and New Zealand for 6 months. So he was away from home for 18 months after he finished his apprenticeship. And when he left to travel, I said he'll either absolutely love it or he'll be back home in 3 weeks. But when he did come home after 18 months, it was to save up to go permanently. Yeah, that he's going on there, but I just need to fussy cut it a bit. Yeah. Anyway, so when he was a toddler, he absolutely ate fish, anything that I cooked, he ate, no bother. But when he went to school, he discovered that other kids didn't really like fish, so he decided that he didn't like fish, to the extent that at one stage, sometimes if I had fish for dinner, he would actually cry. I can't remember, I mean, an appropriate age for that, but he just wouldn't eat it when he was at school from a certain age, and when he left home he still was a fish eater. But you know what it's like when you're travelling and you're young and you spend all your money on, not on food. And he was working and he was hungry because he didn't have much money, and somebody that he was working with invited him to their, at the weekend, to their home for a barbecue. And as my Australian friends know, fish barbecue is pretty common there. So he was a bit down on his luck money wise, and somebody had opened their home to him, so I brought them up to be grateful if someone did offer them food. And he took part in the barbecue, and then a while after it he was on the phone to his sister and he was telling her the story, and he said, "Do you know what, I actually like fish, it's lovely, but don't tell Mum, I've rediscovered it." Of course the first thing she did was tell me, obviously, after all the drama of him growing up and not wanting to eat fish. It was too funny. And now if we're over and having a Barbie, I say, "Well, we have fish, Mum." And he can do amazing things, yeah, with fish and everything on the barbecue. He's turned an amazing cook. He's an amazing man, but He's an amazing cook too. I sound like a proud mummy. Oh, Gina, I'm glad you're here. I never noticed you before, but I'm glad you're here. But look, you take care. Give Mum an extra hug. Let her know that there's lots of people out here that are wishing her well and thinking about her too. Well, that was a wee story you got there, eh? So a sparkly stag coming into my picture. Have you ever come face to face with a stag? That's absolutely one of the most amazing experiences. I think I'll just glue this one on, glue his bottom on. Maybe that leg too. I've just thought of something else because I'm just a bit daft, but where is... I think there's a wee rabbit in horse and sleigh, is there? Come on, let's just pop that in, just for the fun of it. So I've hardly played with this as well. Have we got time? Oh yeah, I've got 10 minutes to pop a wee rabbit in. Why not? Oh, there's nothing more wonderful. I think, you know, in Scotland we're so lucky. I've 2 or 3 times come face to face with a stag. Yeah, just like, I'm playing now. Did you realise that? So I don't know whether to just stamp that in there. Or to, well, we'll have one and then we might stamp, you know. I never know where to stop. Yeah, I'm loving the dimension on that. I just think that's... Got this scrap here anyway. I think it's a bunny, but its ears are not long enough to be a hare. Just so really, this is just a lesson in use what you've got. You may not have these particular stamps, but I'm sure you could come up with something. Use paper in the background. This cool wee bunny. Now, please stop me, because I'm just about to start singing Little Bunny Foo Foo. Hopping through the forest. Not very nice bunny. If you're all sitting around the fire, you could do a wee bit of campfire singing there. You get Karen, you can lead campfire. It's jumping over the trees here. Oh, pop him maybe about there. He's picking up the field mice and bonked them on the head. It's just very unkind. Little bunny foo foo. popping a wee bunny in now. Oh, you're finished prepping, good. My only thing when I'm doing in-person classes, if I'm doing it outside the house, is stressing that I'll forget something. Where are my dimensionals? Just about finished here, folks. Oh, I've got some little white ones. That might just be the thing for this guy. Yes, Joe's cat that brings the field mice in. Looks like he's jumping over a tree. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put him. Oh, just pop him there, look. It's a flying rabbit, look. If the cow can jump over the moon, a rabbit can jump over the tree, eh? Right, somebody clear the decks, clear the decks. So, there you have it. A bit of a wee scene card. I'm not even putting a sentiment on that. To me, rabbit's a bit of a surprise when you open the card. Look, boing. So, yeah. You could have had the rabbit jumping over the moon instead of the cow. That would be a different card, wouldn't it? So yeah, there you go. So I've used on my used 4 stamp sets now. I thought we were staying with 3s, Janice. So we started off making our background with this gorgeous Fragrant Forest stamp, which will be played with more because you know how I love trees. And I'm thinking I've got other ideas going away in my head on that, so watch this space. If there's time this week, I might be back. However, it's a busy week. I'm doing a class with colouring class with Jay. I'm teaching 2 classes this week, so as well as my cuppa and cards. So, and I've got kits to get out. I've got a class to finish writing up, 2 classes to write up the PDF for. Yes, so busy week ahead, but hey, that's apart from, you know, the usual domestic stuff. And yeah, so I clearly never had time for my day job, did I? Right, so we used Night of Navy, Janice's favourite colour, followed by Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue. And I'm just pulling all the stamp sets in one place so it'll be easier to tidy up. So we've used Winter Owls. I absolutely love this set. I've not even used the dies yet, but they will be coming soon. Graceful Deer, we've used 2 of these. So again, this doesn't have to just be used as a single stamp. You can take out the bits. Pardon me, idiot. And we pulled out the rabbit from Horse and Sleigh. But you know, as I say, it would work out a similar sort of idea with the set with the bear. You could have bears in the forest. So that's all the stamp sets. And there we go. So thank you so much everyone for coming and joining me tonight. 1 card, but do you know, sometimes it's just nice just to take your time and just pace it out and come up with a card that you're happy with, and I'm happy with that. So thanks so much for your patience, and let me see if I can find the way out. See, I keep wanting to do that, make my owl fly. Have you ever had an owl fly over the top of your head? You don't even hear them. that are incredible creatures. It did something funny, but here's a bit of a close-up. See, it's flying. Who's going to play with that all night? Well, do you know what, if you can't amuse yourself. So, head on over. I always keep doing that to my hair when I'm working. I do that. It's a wonder it doesn't turn blue, I think. So thanks so much for coming and joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. Please, if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe and press the bell icon so you'll get to know when I'm coming on again. And if you want to buy any of the products you see me using today, you can at my Stampin' Up shop, which is Stampin' Up. No, it's not. It's JazzleDazzleCraft.stampinup.net. Anyway, just get in touch if you want to know any more about us. Take care. Bye.